Hey guys, what's up? Production's gonna be a little quick on this episode. I'm not really getting into it. I'm just gonna try and get used to the whole comic review thing. This is my first episode issue, we'll call it. So this week I'm just gonna talk about these three books. It's the only three that I've actually read this week. As these progress, and I'll get a little bit more familiar with the audience, people that are watching these, and what books you guys are reading. I'll check out some new stuff and try and suggest some titles for everybody to read. So first up this week we got this Batman and Robin annual #1. It's kind of a throwback to the Batman 666 issue with Damian Wayne taking the role as Batman. It's a little more sinister role. Batman is basically known for subduing, kind of just getting people pretty much just to give up. They're beat the fight out of you, we'll say. Um, Damian as Batman takes a little step further. He kind of wants to leave a lasting impression on you to make sure that you don't want to commit crime anymore. So excuse me. Basically, that's what's going on in this issue. Um, it's Damian taking an opportunity to don the cowl while his dad's out of town, and while his dad's out of town, he's kind of enjoying a little bit of his past, Bruce's past that he's forgotten about doing his job as Batman. So it's kind of it's a nice little father and son issue, which is one of the reasons why I do read the Batman and Robin from the New 52. There's a lot of father and son back and forth banter, and reminds me of me and my son Damien quite a bit, to tell you the honest truth of it all. Up next we have Superior Spider-Man issue #2. This is actually pretty interesting take on the Spider-Man. I'm not a big fan of Spider-Man. I never really used to be. I'm familiar with him. I mean, just like everybody, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, everybody kind of knows his typical comic book heroes. But I never really got into it other than Venom, Carnage, McFarlane stuff back when I was younger. Uh, when 700 happened, the death of Peter Parker, as most people will be calling it, um, I figured why not? I'll check it out. I'll figure out what everybody's kind of talking about, and I didn't mind the story. To tell you the truth, it was a good jumping on point. It kind of the play off of Doc Ock and Spider-Man and the switching of roles. It it made me want to read the book, so I picked up issue 1. Issue 1 made me want to pick up issue 2. So it takes a lot for a superhero book to actually make me want to read it. I will say this: there are some spoilers, so if you haven't read it or any of it, please skip a little bit before. I don't like how they're playing the ghost concept with Peter Parker. It seems a little too much. It kind of gives too much of an opportunity as the reader, kind of the thoughts you're having in the back of your head as you're reading what's going on. Peter Parker saying on the page. But then again, I mean, it's only 2 issues in, so you never know. It might pick up to where there's a reason for this. I will say the one thing that I do like about Doc Ock being the superior Spider-Man right now is he's really kind of beefing up Parker's arsenal. He's given him goggles to give him night vision, thermal vision, in his suit. Um, he has talons on his hands, which is very reminiscent of the Spider-Man 2099. If anybody's familiar with that, he's kind of upgrading the gear a little bit, which to me isn't a bad thing because Spider-Man's been the same thing for years and years and years. So to kind of come in and give him a little bit more of an arsenal. In this issue, he deploys spider bots, which are kind of like I guess spider webcams that he kind of puts around the city so he can kind of monitor things instead of swinging around town. Which I kind of feel like as beneficial as these things are, it kind of makes Spider-Man slacking. I mean, there's a reason why he went out there. With great power becomes great responsibility. You can't just sit at home on your little mobile device checking out. That's my complaint, but yet at the same time, there's a benefit to it. So, moving on, we have issue 227 of Spawn. This is another parody cover. This is a parody cover of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 300 by Todd McFarlane. The last few issues of Spawn have actually been parody covers. Uh, we've got Hulk, Watchmen. They actually have the Obama and the Romney covers here. Walking Dead, another Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, or Amazing Fantasies. There you go. So we've actually been having quite a bit of parody covers coming from McFarlane here lately, and I've enjoyed them. It's given me a reason to actually enjoy the covers again on books versus just the story. Not saying that I don't enjoy the actual story. For those of you that don't read this book right now, we're going through a story arc that's kind of explaining where Jim Downing, the new owner of the Spawn mantle, has come from, his background story, his origin. Since issue 185, Jim has been in place of Spawn rather than Al Simmons. And it's been very confusing. There's been a lot of things that people have kind of guessed and it's come true. There's been a lot of things that people just have no idea where this story arc is going. But this last issue brought Jason Wynn into the picture a little bit more, brought him into the fold as to why he was so influential in the first issues of Spawn, and then just kind of fell out of the story. If you're familiar with Spawn, you'll know that Jason Wynn has basically done just about everything that Al Simmons has, but more of in this esoteric, behind the scenes that you really never got a chance to see what's going on. So it's kind of nice for them to actually bring Jason Wynn a little more to the forefront. Kind of explaining a little bit of why the whole Spawn situation went down, the whole Hell, Mobalgia, all of it. It's really getting into a lot of the background stories that I guess about 20 years ago I really never thought that the story could really contain. So it's not a bad issue altogether. That's about it for this week. Next week, I don't pick up my comics on Wednesdays. I pick up my comics on Fridays because I'm at work. So on Fridays, I will actually I'll start doing these when I got a chance, when the customers clear out. And if there's anything that you're reading that you feel that I should read and give some sort of review or some commentation on, go ahead and leave it down there in the old tidy box, and I'll get to it. If I can't pick it up and personally buy it, I do have access to reading quite a few books. So if there's anything you want to suggest, go ahead and suggest it. The only thing I can actually suggest this week is, let's see, I'm not sure if we have any hardcover, so I might actually have to grab the soft cover. Alright. Kind of nice having the store to actually do these videos in, because I've got quite a bit that I can actually show you. Alright, my suggestion this week is Locke and Key. It's from Gabriel Rodriguez and Joe Hill. Joe Hill is most commonly known for being the son of a well-known horror writer, Stephen King. The story basically is it's a story about a family that inhabits the Locke house, the Key family, so Locke and Key. And basically, this house has been in their family for quite some time. There's a lot of mysteries in this house that deal with different keys. Some keys open doors, some keys open other things. I don't really want to give too much away in the story. If you really want to know more about it, I'm sure you can get on Google and do a little bit more searching of the actual synopsis of the story. But check this out. I mean, it's not one of your books to where you got a superhero type story going on. You don't really have a team, so there's not a lot that you really have to concentrate on other than just story that's going on. This is the trade paperback. These are the best way of picking them up other than the hardcover. It contains about 6 issues, and I'm telling you, you read the 6 issues in this trade, and you're gonna want the second book. This is one of those books that men and women can pick it up, boys and girls. It's really kind of it caters to a lot of the art style, story style. It caters to a lot of things that men and women can pick up on. So I mean, if you're a guy and you pick it up and you like it, don't be afraid hand it to your girlfriend or your sister or somebody, and vice versa. You know, if you're a girl and you're reading the story, don't be afraid to hand it to one of your guy friends. They really might enjoy it. So, uh, with that, like I said, that's what we got this week. Leave any suggestions and let me know what you guys think of this episode. You know, I'll start putting a little more effects and editing in too. Maybe even do some sort of intro or something like that. So thanks, guys. If you're in the area of Lapeer, Michigan, stop in at Comic Explosion. Right now we're running the 50% off all back issue sales. So everything on the wall or in the boxes is all 50% off, and at all trades, 25% off. You can't beat that. So for February 9th, we're actually going to be having Ryan Stegman coming in, the artist on Superior Spider-Man here. So if you're looking to get some signatures or some sketches, stop in. Love to have you guys. Have a good day. Have a good week. Enjoy what you like what you enjoy.